Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. First off, I am sorry. I know I have been absent these past couple of weeks of not getting out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday every weekend. It's just there's been a lot of things going on, and I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm working on it. So this is the Saturday series, part 22, I believe, of Create Lapbook Living 2.0. I already put out the Sunday as of today. It is Sunday. The 19th, I believe. And I did put up the Sunday video, but for some reason, it's taking forever to finish preparing. So it's up there, just waiting for it. Other updates is I did upload to my Ko-fi site. The site is in the description below. The free ephemera that I promised for us reaching our 500 subscribers milestone. So there are 10 pages of vintage ephemera, of ledger ephemera for you, free to download if you choose. If you would like to donate, please feel free. You don't have to, but it's totally free for you guys to download. So go pick that up. What else? I've got a bunch of projects that I'm working on right now. I'm going to do a little quick video in the next day or two of what's coming out. I've got about 3 that are pretty much done, and I got 4 or 5 other ones that are in progress. And I started filming one of them this series. It might just be a miscellaneous one because I want to really get it done. It's kind of like a Van Helsing / if you ever watched the show The Grimm, kind of Monster Hunter junk journal. So I started that one. I did the cover already, so I want to upload that as like a miscellaneous, like maybe miscellaneous Monday kind of a thing, right? Just kind of upload random things. But we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to get it all done. I do start my second job this coming Friday, so it's going to be a little more difficult, but I'm going to try to stay on top of my schedule and be a little bit better about time-wise as far as when the upload will be ready. So I'm going to try to have Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays uploaded for you guys by 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, that's my goal. So please bear with me if I don't get something out. There's a very good reason why I wasn't able to get to something, but I will do my very best. Okay, so let's get started on this. We are part 22, so we're decorating now, right? Last time we met, we had done these 2 little tucks here. This is a Speciman Slide there, and then there's a little vellum and sewn frame from Holtz there. We did some label work here, some little stamping cluster work here, some cluster that I made, we added here, some more clusters here. So we're going to continue on with the clusters that I already made and see where we can put those. We may make some more. And I also was playing around with making some stamps, some layered stamps, as a matter of fact. So what am I talking about when I say that? Well, you guys have already seen the clusters, so I'll put those to the side. I was playing with these, and I made these last night. They're layered faux stamps, right? So here's one. This is with stamps and stickers. You guys can see that here. There. Does it focus? There it goes. Yeah. That's kind of pretty. Here's another layered one with stamps, and this is with some Tim Holtz Field Notes ephemera here. Here's another one. This has got 3 layers on it. It's a back layer, top layer, and then we got some Tim Holtz ephemera from Field Notes and some stamping there as well. These are 3 layers with some cheesecloth, 2 pieces of backing, eyelet, and stamping. That's where these 2 came in last night. One on the floor, but there you go. That one came out pretty cool, I think. And then this one here is another layered and stamping pocket here. Well, focus, come on. There we go. With some Tim Holtz ephemera as well, with the stamping. So I was playing with those last night. I thought maybe we were somewhere we could put these. I don't know. I'm really not sure where I'm going at this point. I've got so many ideas and so many things that we could put in that I just don't know how much I want to decorate it because it's supposed to be a usable thing, right? So, like I said, let's continue with the clusters that we have left and see where we can put these. Guys, let's see. These came out really good, actually. I was actually pretty proud of those. So I think these pockets are done. I'm not too satisfied here. I think I may put something more. It needs something more. So maybe those stamps that I was just showing you would go. That would be nice right there, I think. What do you guys think? Yeah? I think so. Yep. I'm going to go with it. So I'm going to grab the Fabri-Tac since it's got the cheesecloth on the back of it here. I don't think it needs anything behind it because it's got the cheesecloth. So I think it's fine just the way it is. And then with the eyelet, it's right there. That works for me. So we'll do some of tonight, if I can figure out where to put them. Or maybe we'll do them in Let's Make Stuff Friday. We'll do a bunch of different types of faux stamping, or faux postage stamps kind of deals. What do you guys think? Yeah? No? Maybe so? Yeah, I like those there. That works. And we got those there. That's done, that's done. Okay, what about over here? Let me see how far I'm framed. Okay, good. Right here. Do I want to do anything here? Because we stamped the whole pocket. I think it's fine the way it is, honestly. But I think we need a label here, for sure. Or some stamping there. So I'm thinking, where is my big number stamp? I think I want to put a big like date, a year stamp there. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think I'm going to put the year there. So how about, we got 1913 on this big stamp here that I've got here. And I'm going to use Fallen Leaves here. Hopefully this will do right, since it might be uneven. Should I put something underneath it to make sure it stamps straight? Maybe I should. I'm going to put this book in here to make sure it's a flat surface to stamp on. Will it fit in there? Of course it will, because I have these big pockets. Here we go. It'll stamp a little bit better so it's flat, right? Let's see if I can get it on there straight. Perfect. Actually, it came out really good. Alrighty. That was Nocturne in Versus Fine Clair. Alright, I think that's actually good for that. There. Should we do another one there? I think so. Let's do another one down here. Put the book in here again. That worked out really well. Let's change the year to, how about 1920? Oh, I don't know, 22. Sure, why not? How about 1822? It's even better. 1823. Again with the Nocturne. See if I can get this one on straight. It's a little bit off the side, but that actually works. That works. Okie doke. That's done. Let's move on here. So I've got a lot of ideas here. I've got some ideas for some clusters maybe. I think that's kind of where I'm going to go with a lot of it. Like I said, I'm not sure. There's so much here to do. As far as filling the pockets, I will not be filling everything because this is supposed to be something for the person who gets it to fill with their stuff for gardening, right? This I probably will fill with with a tag here. We'll do some work on these. So definitely some like mini clusters on here. Maybe some stamping as well for these cards. Definitely some clusters on here, I would think. Some cheesecloth, of course. Front of here, I think we'll do some stamping here. Got two little tickets in there already. Need a card for that one. I thought I already made one. Oh, there it is. I couldn't see it. It blended in with the backing so good. So this one we're going to stamp for sure and put an eyelet on it up there. Over here, so what I'm thinking over here is I'm actually thinking about doing like mini clusters. Or maybe, you know, something like that. But you don't want it so big that it's going to cover whatever you put on the inside of there. So I could do like mini ones, like half the size. Little postage stamps. And put them on here. I think that's what we'll do. And then maybe some stamping on the outside. Just some texture. Nothing like real busy. Just some texture stamping there. And it's like mini postage stamp clusters at the bottom corners. Yeah, I like that idea. Okay, so that would be this side, I think. Over here, I'm going to leave this alone. I got one of my vintage bingo cards that's going to go in here that will decorate this. For sure. I think I'm going to leave this alone. I thought about putting maybe a butterfly on here. Do I want to do that? I mean, if I put something in here, do I want to see? Or would it be cool if it had a butterfly like just right across? You know what I mean? So let's see. Grab. Now what I do, I've got so much stuff over here, you guys. It's ridiculous. It really is. So we do something like this across the front. Maybe with that color. More like something like that, maybe. Or do I do a sticker instead? I think I might do a sticker instead. I don't know. I like the brightness of this. You gotta be a little too bright though. What do you guys think? Maybe something more like this in the front. No. What else have I got in here? I've got some stuff. I got some stuff. No. So more moth versus butterfly, I think, might be a way to go here. I think that... Don't know. No. I like that one better. Kind of still like that green. Too green. This one. Closer. So many fussy cuts, y'all. It's craziness. Ooh, maybe this one. This is kind of muted. I think I like that. Let me look at it for just a minute and decide. I have a black and white one. That looks kind of cool too. Do I have another one? I need more than one black and white one for that to work. I'll bet you that's the only one I got. I don't even know where I got that. It's probably a Tim Holtz random thing that doesn't have a pair, I would bet. Or I don't have the pair. But I kind of like it. Of course, it's the only one I can see here in my stack. Darn it, that would look cool. Oh, wait, no. No. See, I like this one right there. No. Alright, where'd the green one go that I just had? Did I just throw it back in here? Oh, no. There it is. I think we'll go with that instead of fussing around about it. I still like the color. We're gonna go with the color. Okay, here. The green. Green wins. Okay. I've also got, I know, to make a decision, then I pull something else out. I've got some stickers. I wonder if that would be better against that. Sissy, I don't want to see all that backing, and then I have to fussy cut these, and I really don't feel like doing that. I don't want to fussy cut them. No. I kind of like them up above and get a little bit of dimension, I think. But I've got some moth stickers here, but they got kind of like a glittery thing happening. I don't think I want glitter in this folio. I do not. I think we're going to go stick with what I was going to do in the first place. Or, no, I know. I've got these raised butterflies, so maybe we put them in the corner instead of covering up the whole thing. Then it looks like a barrette. Look at, it looks like a hair bow. Not what I was looking for. Yeah, it looks like a hair bow if I do it that way. Yeah, stick with the first. Go with your gut. Go with the first option. We're gonna do that. Get this thing to close. All right, let's do that, and let's distress these. And hopefully they will stick to the acetate like I want them to. We'll use art glitter glue because it dries the fastest out of the glues that I have. Do we want to do it like that? No, I don't want it to look like a hair bow. I want it to look like a slide. Okay, art glitter glue. Let's grab that, put the pin over there. Okay, not gonna put too much on it because I don't want it to sit there forever while waiting for it to dry. Okay, just tap that down. Hopefully that dries pretty quick if I don't mess with it. All right, let's do this piece here. This is a Tim Holtz die cut piece. Bit of glue seepage right there. I'm gonna get out of there. Okay. All right. Looks like that's down. Yeah, I'm digging on that. Okay, cool. Cool beans, cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. So what else is left over on this side? And I think I'm gonna leave these alone too since they're stamped. I don't think it needs anything. Maybe a label here at the bottom of each one, kind of like that identification label like I did with these here. Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's do that for that. Do that for that. Still in frame? Yes. So I'm continually running out of space. Where are my labels that I want to use? I want to use... Which ones? These ones? Let's see. What have I got? What have I got and where have I got it? Let's see, I've got some entomology labels in here, I believe. That might work. Something like that. Or we want bigger. I think bigger works better. Yeah, bigger. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Put those, I'll leave those out just for giggles. Maybe we use them in a second. Maybe. Let's see what other ones I have in here. I really don't like this blue one. Okay, how about that blue is just too bright. I can't use that one. That's too bright. I guess I could darken it up, of course. You can always do that. Let me see if I can get it crunched out enough to where it doesn't bother me that it's so blue. That's better. Okay. I want to stagger them or I want them all on one side. So we do one here, there, and there. Let me think on that for a second. While I see what else I have in here. Have any smaller, other little ones? Sure I do. I mean, you would think. But then again, I've got labels everywhere now. I mean, seriously. It's getting out of control. Out of control. Alright. Now, do I want to put bugs on these? Something like... No, I do not. Absolutely not. No, no, no. I want to put it on the... No, that looks stupid. Yeah, no. That's a little much. Okay, I think we're just going to go with the labels here. And do I want to put something behind the label to give it a layered look? I think I may just leave it alone as is. And it defines it more if I give it something else behind it. Not necessarily these labels, but... Or the other thing is, do I use the blank ones that I have? That's another option. And just put the blank ones on here. And let the person, whoever gets this, fill those out. What do you guys think about that idea? Huh? That's an option too. Vacations, botanical collection, specimen collection. Okay, we're going to go with those with the blank ones. I think we're going to grunge these up and get them on there. Oops, sorry, I'm going to hit the camera. And there's the another idea. We could put these on here. That's cute too. Guys, that's cute. I like that too. What do you think? I think I like that idea versus these. Yep, going there. Doing that. Doing it. Okay. Alright, so let's put the glue here. Hopefully I got enough. So I don't want it to be on the acetate, right? That's cute, you guys. I like that. Okay, that's what we're doing. Well, too late now. It's on there now. Huh. Okay. Over here. Off there a little bit. Yeah, that works. Folds nice and perfect. I like it. That'll work. All right, let's see. Okay, what's next? Did that. Okay, let's get into here. I think I want to put. So I've got these different kinds of laces over here. Do I want to put some more grit on there? Maybe. I don't think it needs any more stamp or any stamping because of the Tim Holtz collage paper. I think is fine. I've got some. I was thinking about putting this lace on this script here. Kind of like it on here. I do like that a lot, actually. Yep, that's going on. Doing it, totally doing it. Fabri-Tac, if you're wondering which glue I'm using here. Okay, I'm just going to cut off a piece here. Spread this glue out a little bit. There's a little more. It's not coming out very well. There we go. There we go. Spread that out nice and thin. Put that right across there. Okay, let's give this a cut. This is awkward. Come on now. There we go. I should have cut it before I laid it down, right? Oh, well, should have, could have, would have. It's fine. Alright, let's cut this here. There we go. Like that. Okay, what else? What should we do next? Should we put a cluster on here too? I don't know if it needs a cluster. It's pretty busy the way it is. Yeah, I guess we could. I don't want to cover any of that. Maybe one up here on the lace there, something smaller. You know. What else do I have here? What else here? Oh, that's not bad like that. I kind of like that. It's kind of looks like a belt with a buckle on it. Let's do that. I'm gonna do that. Doing that. I'm going to distress these edges a bit. Dun, 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 dun. So I've got this Star Wars soundtrack in my head. I was watching this on Facebook earlier, and it was like one of those, you know how they do, I forgot what they call them. They really, people like just all of a sudden start dancing in the middle of the public. But they did this whole like Star Wars thing, and everybody was coming out like they had all these string instruments and brass instruments, and then they had these two guys that came out with surprise like Jedi warriors, and were fighting in the middle of a mall. And then they had the opera singers come out and do like, you know, the singing part from Phantom Menace, and I was just like goosebumps all over. So that's how big of a geek I am. Sorry. I think I just outed myself. I am a big geek nerd weirdo. So I am. I don't mind. I love Star Wars. I love all things geeky. Yes, I used to play Dungeons and Dragons. I enjoy it thoroughly, so shut up. I'll play Dungeons and Dragons if I want to play Dungeons and Dragons. D&D. There we go. Should I put an eyelet on that? Maybe even? That's not a bad idea. Oh, eyelet right here? Yes, I am. I'm gonna get my eyelets. But you're way over here because I have got too much stuff over here on this side of the table. Ugh. Gotta stretch to get that. Ouch, that hurt. Okay. La la la. Da da da. Ba 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 ba. Like right there. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Okay. Definitely putting an eyelet on. Da, 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 da. Ow, wrist. Jeezy, greasy, hurt. Okay, I'll put that right here, kind of on and off. I think I like this. I do like this. Like that. Yeah, that works for me. Does it work for you? If it doesn't work for you, sorry. Not sorry. Okay, yeah, I dig it. I like it a lot. That's good. That's done. Alright, next, we need some stuff for these front of these pockets. I like the paper itself the way it is almost. So I'm almost thinking maybe some cheesecloth and a label, and that's it. Keep it simple, right? And then for these, I almost want to leave these alone as well because they got really nice print on the front. And it's got some script over the top of the image as well. I think I may leave these alone. Maybe put eyelets on, and maybe put an eyelet on them. I'll have to think on that because this is really pretty paper, and I really don't want to cover it. Or maybe we just stamp some on it. I don't know. I'm gonna think about that one. Okay, for here, I think we're gonna stamp something there, or I just do that. That's what we'll do. I'm doing that. There, perfect. That's done. This one will get stamped and inked, and they can write on the back. We don't need the back of this one. It's light enough in the back. So that's what we'll do for that piece. I want to decide what I'm going to do on these green pockets. How are we doing on time? Okay, we're only halfway through. Alright. I am going to step away for just a second and grab some more supplies. I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, you guys, and I'm back. Alright, I did some thinking. Did some searching around all the stuff that I got laying around me. I mean, I literally got piles of stuff. Anywho, I found these labels, these pieces here. So these mushrooms I want to use, they're from the botanical Tim Holtz ephemera packs. And then these labels come from that entomology and botanicals kit that I've been telling you guys about from Junk Journal Studio. Okay, so that's where these came from. I believe these are actually the freebie on their Ko-fi site. Okay, so we're going to use these. We're going to grunge and stress. Talk about stress. I'm stressed. Distress that, and we'll do some speckling around here as well. Maybe some texture with some grid, and then we'll call those decorated. Okay? Alrighty then. So let's do the texture first. Put these to the side. Then we'll distress those and attach those. Alright, just so I don't get anything on the glass there, I'm going to use these little square cutouts. And I think I'm going to use... Should I do Sand Dune, or should I go a little darker with Nocturne? Let's go with Nocturne. I think the Sand Dune will be too light. I think I left my speckling stamp on the other side of the room, which I'll have to go back over and get, but that's fine. Alright, let's just do a little here. Oh, there. Oh, down here. There we go. Okay, let's do some here. I have to hold it up, it's bending. There we go. There, down here, some down here in this corner. Nice. Okay. Let's do some in this corner as well. Just make sure we've got all of that covered up. Okay. And then again up here, let's go in this direction. Here. Turn it around, do a little there, some more there. I think we're good. Maybe some right there. Yeah. Perfect. That's good. That's good there. I left my speckling, I think, on the other side. Did I? Where is it? Should have been. I thought I grabbed it, all my stampy stuff. So I'm actually missing my... Oh, there it is. Found you. Haha. Let's go ahead and do some speckling on some things while we have it out. This is Fallen Leaves versus Fine Clair, and my speckle stamp from Tim Holtz Examination. Yeah, so let's do just a... Do we really need... Well, yeah. Let's do... I don't even know if it really needs it. Yeah, it does. You always need speckling. What was I thinking? Of course we do speckling. Actually, it doesn't even matter if it gets on the page. So, as long as it doesn't get on the acetate, I'm good. So, if it gets on the base page as well, cool beans. Even better. They don't need to be distressed anyway, so let's just do that. Go. Let's do it right here. Here. Over here. Down here. I think that's good there. There we go. Do some more right there. There. Well, I'm thinking about it. Let's just go ahead and do this pocket too, because it's going to need it. We're going to do it eventually. Might as well just go ahead and do it, right? Okay, let's open this up and do some more in here. There. Do some down the side here. Bottom. Let's just go across. Like so. Okay. Happy with that. Do we need to do some in the front back in here too? A little bit. See down here. A little there. Okay. Yep, that works for me. Let me do some here on the edges here. Okay. Speckle, speckle, speckle. Look at the speckle. Alright, put that to the side. Where is my coffee? I need some coffee. More coffee, rather. Okay, get that out of the way. You go with this one, you go with that one. Okay. Where am I? Oh, here you are. Getting lost in my own folio. My own Lapbook. Alright, so let's distress these pieces and attach. So we're going to put the mushrooms on first. Let's go ahead and darken these up with some scorched timber, of course. Now, if you're crafting with me and using the same things that I am, just be careful of your folds, so we can actually put it as far out to here if we wanted to, and it would be fine, which I may do. And then put this here, kind of like that. Yeah, I like that. Oh, let's put this stuff back in here before I forget. That goes there, that goes there. You go in here. So I am just scraping the edges of the label just to give it some dimension, make it a little more distressed and worn, and then we'll ink the edges with scorched timber. Maybe give it a little speckle while we're at it. Here we go. Why not? Oof. Alright, let's see. How do I want to put this on? Let me get the pen out of this. Alright, I think what I'm going to do, instead of it being right there, do you want to do this? Or do I want to layer them? I kind of want to layer them, but I don't... there we go. So I'm going to put the mushroom a little bit off the page here. Like so. So since my fold is way over here, I mean, I've got to worry about it. So I'm going to put it there. A little bit off, and then we'll layer the label on top here. Just a little bit into the window. Just a little bit, I think. Yeah. So I'm just going to put the glue here on the frame itself. So hopefully I don't get it on the acetate. There we go. Okay, I like that. That'll work for me. Cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. Alright. Rinse and repeat, just different elements, yeah? Just distress our mushroom. That one will go here, on and off. I think we'll do the same thing with this label here. Again, all these labels that I'm using right now are coming from the Junk Journal Studios Etymology and Botanical freebie kit, I believe, on their Ko-fi site. Yeah? And I've put that link in several other videos because I've been using her stuff for a while. But I will put it again in this description for this video because I used it for these supplies. So, okay. Let's put on this guy first. So we're going to put this one on and off as well. So it looks like I only need glue here, here, and here. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And then the label right about there. Yes, yes. So we only need the glue from right about here to there. Put a little glue here on the end. And there we go there. Next and third and final one here. And if for any of you who are wondering, do I have a plan? Yes and no. Today I didn't know. I mean, I tried for the last couple of days to figure out where I wanted to go with this, with the decorating. And I find that I do a lot better at just going for it and not overthinking it and planning it out, because I end up changing my mind anyway sometimes, a lot of times, and I'll go in a completely different direction. And I also find if I don't know, I just seem to do a lot better if I just do it, right? So that's what we're doing today. Didn't come up with a plan. I kind of knew where I was going to go. I kind of knew what pieces I wanted to use. But I just grabbed a bunch of options. And I've got like 4 tables over here. Little like dinner trays full of just stuff that I grabbed out of my stash that I thought would be cool. So that's what we're using. And I'm just kind of grabbing stuff as we go along and as we need it. So that's kind of my thought process for those of you who are wondering or have been asking. Okay. Right about there ought to do. There we go. That's cute. What do you guys think? Yeah? Kind of thinking for balance. Do I want something up in here? I'm going to say no because the opening right here, right? I don't want anything to get in the way of trying to get into here. Okay? Or like snagged when something's coming in or out. So I'm going to leave that alone. I might, if anything, go back and put another label up there. I might do that. I'm going to think about it for a second here or two. Just to give it some balance when I'm looking at it. Because right now it looks like it's missing something, right? So maybe we do go back and put small labels on the opposite corner. Actually, I'm kind of liking that. So I think we will. So once I find another tiny one, or some tiny ones, we'll come back to that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put some labels up here in this corner. Yeah? But so far that looks good. I like that a lot, actually. Yay. There we go. Sweet. Okay. So we got this side done. This side. Oh, no. We got to put something up here. I'm thinking... Do we want to go put another label? Or do I want to stamp something there? We could do a page tab there. Do I have any page tabs made? I might have some page tabs already made and just take it onto here. I'll have to go look for those. Those are on the other side of the room, and I got enough stuff over here already. Okay. We could put a dangle there, but it'd be hanging out the bottom. And when you put it on the shelf, it's going to be hanging out. I don't want that to be happening, and I don't think that I do. I think I want to put a tab on here. Just so it's easier to flip over. Maybe. Or there's a tab sticking out the top. That works too. Okay, so next steps on this one. Find some tiny labels to go up here in these corners here. We're going to stamp something here. I may do some more cluster work in here, something in here, depending on what I stick in there. So if I put this here, it doesn't really need it. We need to do this piece of this tag or this journal card here. So this is a really tight pocket, so I will not be putting a cluster on it. I'll just do some stamp work on it, probably an eyelet, and that'll be done. We'll need a piece something for here. That might be something I leave empty. Like I said, this is supposed to be for a lot of this is for storage for things that they have. So a lot of these pockets will be empty for that reason, for them to store what they want to store in it. I may put blank journal cards in places, or blank tags that have been, decorated. I'm not really sure just yet. Right? This is done. I kind of want to put something here. Or maybe we'll put some texture here, so maybe some grid in here just to fill this area up a little bit more. But these clusters take care of that. I think I'm good here. I think that's fine the way it is. I need to pop these pockets, I think. Let's try that real quick here. Where is my little doodad that I used to do that? Let's see here. Okay, that one's good. I think this one's alright. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Those are loosened up. These are good. These have hidden pockets too, don't they? Yep, they do. Yep, they do. Do all of them? Yep. All of them have hidden pockets behind it. Okay. So that will do. So the hidden pockets will put something in there to indicate that they are there. Otherwise, they may not realize it, right? But the main pockets, I may leave those empty. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Definitely want to put something here, because you may be easily missed as well if we don't. Stuff in here. All right, what did I say I was going to do next? These tabs need to be or these journal cards need to be distressed. I don't have all my stamps over here right now, so I'm not going to get into the stamping right now. I really want to use these clusters up, so let's find a place for those. No. I think that's a little too busy right there. Yeah. I think it's kind of good the way it is. This would be like a page tab. But it's so, the paper itself is so busy you can't really see. The cluster kind of like blurs into the background a little bit. So I'm going to leave that alone for now. I might come back and put something on it later, but for now I'm leaving it. Okay, there's the card. Alright, we're going to leave this section for now as it is. And we may come back to it and add some more stuff to it. Okay? So let's move on. Let's see how we're doing on time. Okay. So I think we're doing pretty good. This is where our journal is going to sit. This doesn't need anything. It's already done. Right? So cute. Isn't that cute? I just think this is adorable. Okay, so that's the center panel, or the center spine. Then we have this big mamma jamma. Panel 3, which has got all this stuff in it, right? This and this, going this way, and then going that way. Oh! Some of this came flying out. So yeah. Let me get that down some more. Anywho, so what are we going to decorate here? So for these, I'm not going to decorate these. These are so busy that anything I put on it, I feel like is going to disappear. Right? Even if I put maybe we can put labels on it. I don't know. I think it might be too much, because the paper's so busy. I think I like them the way they are, to be honest with you. So I'm going to leave those alone, to be completely honest. I may change my mind later, but for now, I'm leaving them the way they are. They've been speckled already with sand dune. They got grid work on it for some texture. They've got labels on the tabs and some eyelets. Those are fine. These over here, we've already stamped with some stitching, right? I'm going to leave these alone. I may come back and put labels on these as well. Maybe. I might leave that alone and let the new owner do that. With the blank labels I'm going to send along. These slides on the inside, we've distressed them. We put the acetate in them, and we've actually left them open. Remember, we're just attaching them or closing them with a mini paper clip, so the new owner can put something inside of here and seal it themselves, right? So we're going to leave those as they are. So we don't need anything here. Just clean out these windows a little bit, though. Yeah, I'm going to leave these exactly. I like them the way they are. We're going to leave those alone. All right, the envelopes on the outsides. Now, I think I want labels on there like so, or some sort of botanical there. I've got some wooden botanical pieces, like leaves and different type of leaves, that I was thinking about putting there, or maybe or over here. Or do we go with clusters? No. Nope. And those stamps that I have, that I made, this is the last one of that group. That just looks weird. No. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with labels, probably. The fronts, like that. And then maybe, since I've got them, where did they go? So much stuff. I've got these wooden things that I got from Hobby Lobby, like I think last fall, that I've been dying to use. So they're so cute. Oh, it's a sticker. Super cute, right? Look at that. I thought would look nice either there or, actually that size better, in the corners. Something like that. What do you guys think? With some cheesecloth behind it. So let me see what that would look like. So if I did that, you know, with some cheesecloth behind it, kind of like this deal here. No, that's a lot of cheesecloth. Something like this, with that in the middle. Like so. Then with a label. Like that. Kind of digging it without the cheesecloth too. Or we make a cluster. And this is just for visualization, you guys. I'm not picking these labels. That I kind of dig. I think I like the label clusters with the wooden piece on top. It does give a little bit of bulk. It's about a millimeter. So that's, I mean, that's actually a lot of bulk in this book. But I think we're still going to be okay, even if I do the wooden pieces. So if I add 4 wooden pieces, that's on these 2 envelopes, and then 2 envelopes below that are the same size. That's 2 millimeters of bulk I'm adding. So just for giggles, I'm going to put them in here just to see how much bulk it's going to add. So down, down, and down. And then if I close this over the top, I think we'll be alright. But then again, you gotta imagine that each one of these, all these pockets over here are gonna have something inside of them as well. So that's gonna add bulk. And then we got something for here, and then stuff that's gonna go in here. So while it looks really cool, I mean, I really kind of like it. I mean, I really do, y'all, for real. Decisions. And then just do some of the kind of cluster over here. Again, this is just for visualization, guys. I'm not picking these labels. Just to see what it would look like. And a label up here. So that would kind of be what I'm looking at. What I'm thinking. I think that looks cool. I like it. I like it. I actually do like it a lot. Tink, 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 tink. I think I'm going to go for it and do it. I think I'm going to do it. Yep. I'm going to go for it and see what happens. Let's see, where else are we going to decorate? We're not doing this or these, right? These will have journal cards in them, but we've got enough room, right? We've got enough room. These are going to have C's or something inside of these. So that's going to add some bulk, right? To these pockets once they get filled with stuff. So we do the wooden thing on here. And then in here, I think we're going to do some stamping maybe. And then let the ephemera that we put inside here be the decoration here. And maybe a cluster or some kind of specialty paper here. Here we're obviously going to be doing some texture and cluster work on these file folders here. None of these are already decorated, so we'll leave all those C pockets alone. I think these pages are busy enough to leave them alone. However, I did bring over some grungy metallic printed book plates. I can't remember which kit this came from, so I'll try to figure it out. But these guys, I may put these on the fronts of these pockets. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, maybe. I don't know. But that's something that I was thinking about doing for that. I also have a bunch of pages of blank labels that I've stamped that we might stamp together to add some more to these things. Again, just another option. So let me just make sure. I put one there and I put one here. I think we'll be all right. That's just 2 millimeters. I think we'll be okay if I add those wooden pieces and some clusters there. How are we doing on time? All right, so that's where I think I'm going with that piece here and these envelopes here. With these, I think we're going to put printed book plates on them and leave them at that. Maybe some cheesecloth behind that, but that's all. These papers are so busy that anything else is just gonna, it's not worth it. And I don't think it'll look I don't think it'll enhance the way it looks, right? Because it's so busy as it is right now. The book plates being blank, I think will break that up and be nice on the pockets. Yeah. Yeah, the texture and label stamped clusters here on both of these will finish these up. Kind of like this, and add some more here. And these, we've got labels clusters on the tabs, and I think we'll let the ephemera be the decoration for these. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of digging how, you know, simple that is right now. Maybe a label cluster here, something. Let's see if one of these will work here. Something like that in the middle. What do you guys think? I kind of like it in the center. I kind of like that one, actually. So why don't we use this cluster here? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then we'll see what kind of tags and stuff we stick in there. So once you put the tags in, I don't think it'll look so naked, right? But that cluster right there works. That one works good, right there. And I think I might like that label right there, as a matter of fact. Yep, I do like that label there. So let's just dress this and add this label here. All by its little lonesome. Do I want to put anything behind it? I don't. Mm-hmm. So straight. There we go. There we go there. I like that. I really think once you put the tags and stuff or journal cards in these pockets, so there's so many pockets, that will be the decoration for there. Okay, so we've got plans. Yes, we got plans. Now for these guys, I think the plan is for these I may leave alone because we've stamped them all. But these will get note cards in the back into these little tabs or tucks, right? Do I want to put clusters on each one of these? So that's going to add a whole bunch of bulk. But it does look nice. Doesn't it? It looks cute. That's just going to add so much bulk in here, and I don't think this one can take it. This panel. I don't think this panel can take it. But it does look cute. Maybe we'll do something like we did with the green frames and do just like one piece, a couple pieces. For example, what do I mean by that? We just go in and put one piece on here. Let's go back to the mushrooms, which are nice on the sides. That doesn't add so much bulk, right? But I want to do something like this. Do I want to go back to the mushrooms, right? I mean, but The mushrooms look so cute in here. I think I do want to use the mushrooms. Because I really don't want it to be flower. I just, for some reason, I don't want to use flowers on this. I mean, I just don't. I don't think it goes. I don't know why. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys think? I mean, I just don't think it goes. However, I think the mushrooms are perfect for these. Maybe not that one. But like, you know, that's cute, right? Right there. It doesn't have too much bulk. Or we could leave them alone. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Should we put mushrooms on there in the corners? Or should we leave it alone with all the stamp work that's been done to it? I don't know. I do want to put clusters on the back here on these pockets for sure. So let's see if any of those clusters I've already made would work. Let me make some room here. I was getting out of control again. Just need some color. I think that one looks nice there. So, then we got some over here too, right? Yes, we do. And I've got a cluster here. Maybe not that one. How about this one? Yeah, I like that one there. Okay, and then we have another one over here. Hopefully this one will look nice there. Or one other one. Let's see, which one do I like better? Do I like this one? I think I like that one better than this one. I do. Yeah, I like this one better. Alright, so that's what we're going to do with those clusters. Let's put these down, and then these will be done. Yeah? Free-made ephemera, y'all. I'm telling you. Get your clusters made. Get them made. Get them made. Get them made. Where's the folds? Right there. Okay. So I need this right about there. Okay. That was done. I have some of this leaf ribbon that I was thinking maybe would look nice around these frames. They need something. I mean, we could always do, maybe we do those stamps. Some faux stamps I think might be nice here. You know, maybe, maybe not, maybe. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, let's glue this one down. There we go. And then this one. Alrighty. I think I wanted to put a label on here too. Something like right up here. Just to add a little bit of balance to the pocket. Yep. Done. For now. I don't know if this one needs it. Still kind of like it though. Yep, we're doing it. I might as well open this one up too and see what we can put over here. Do I want to do that? Kind of. No, not really. Alright, I need to find another label here. Give me 1 second. Where did that pack go? Here it is. Let's see here. Let's see, do I want something a little bigger? Or is that size fine? Let's see, I've got a like that there. I think that might be a little bit better, given that this is a smaller cluster. So let's go with that. Or something like this. Which one do you like better? I think I might like them layered, as a matter of fact, on this one. I do. We're doing that little cluster like that. Bang. Yes, all of a sudden I decided to put a cluster on it. See, that's what I'm talking about. I just, you know, whatever kind of hits me at the moment is usually what I end up doing. Now, where was this? This was here. So this needs to be right about there. Yeah? This would go here. And this would go there. Yeah? Something like that. Yeah. Okay. Then we'll speckle it some. And that should be that. Right about here. Yes. And then this one right about here. Yes. And I'm going to scrape the edges of this one. So it's on the top there. Sorry, I didn't mean to slam that down. Upside down. Don't want it here. Where are my tweezers? So I decide whether I want to put this here. There. Yeah, it's going there. Right there. Okay. Now let's get some speckling happening right there, just a little bit. Yeah, that's plenty. All right. That's that. Let's go ahead, and I've got my note cards that we pre-stamped. I'm going to go ahead and fill these up with those. I think I'm probably going to have to make some more. Come on, get in there. There we go. Make sure I get behind all the filigree here. That's the fidgety part about that. Fiddly. Right there. Okay. Now, do these have cards behind them yet? No, they do not. So I put these in here. Definitely got to stamp some more of these. Yeah, so we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more of those. Okay, and I'll do those on camera so you guys can see how I did those again. This one here is screaming for another pocket, I think. Like right there, or a tuck. So we're going to put another tuck right about here, maybe. I don't want to cover this part. I don't know, but maybe a cluster here and another pocket up here. That's just screaming for something else. Okay, here we go on this. So, let's tie this one up so we can start settling. Okay, go ahead and tie this one up so we can start settling, and I'm going to call this one a video for today, and we're going to come back and we're going to work on this guy in the next episode, okay? Alright, let's see how we're doing on bulk here. Starting to get there, getting a little chubby. Let's start being careful with this, and especially on this side, because we're pretty much done over here. Alright, ladies and gents, thank you guys so much for joining. If you're new, please hit the subscribe and the bell to be notified anytime I upload new content. This was episode 22 of the series, Create a Lapbook with Me 2.0. We're going on to part 23. We're going to keep decorating, and hopefully we'll end it. I'm not sure how many more episodes we're going to need, maybe 2 more. We'll do the cover and the closure, and then we will be done. Alright, thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget to visit our store. The link is in the description below, as well as our Ko-fi site where there is some free ephemera for you up there, and our Instagram. So if you guys are making anything, tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see what you guys are working on, and I will use the rest of that description part for the supplies and digitals that I used in today's episode. So I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys so much. I'll talk to y'all soon. See you then. Bye.